cats we have that we own or domesticated, it's still part of that ecosystem that we live within. Now, I'm going to talk to you about like different behaviors. Now, like we have 2 dogs here today.
Mm-hmm.
We have Dryfus and we have Lillian. Lillian,
oh, good girl.
Lillian's the quintessential good dog. She is, but she's really trained and bred to be the way she is. I can't take credit for it. Dryfus is a good dog too, but very different personalities. Dryfus is kind of comical in his ways, and a little bit of a bull in the china shop, very well-meaning. But I sense that Dryfus, knowing both dogs, because they're kind of like playmates, Dryfus has a little separation anxiety, I suspect.
So what is that, when you say separation anxiety, what does it look like?
Well, if his mother decides to leave, let's say he comes to visit, you know, I'd say fairly frequently, and everything's fine. You know, he has certain behaviors that I find kind of odd. But one that's very unusual to me is that if this dog just gets so upset if his owner actually goes outside or goes to the restroom or goes to say, I'm going to get coffee, coming back.
So when he's upset, okay?
He barks.
Okay, so he barks.
He barks.
And how long does the barking, does it stop after a while?
No. It stops like after a little bit of conversation. You know, I'm not like one to yell at him so much, you know, because he doesn't know the same commands that Lillian knows for something like that. I don't believe in discouraging a dog from barking.
So barking is...
I think barking is a good thing for a dog.
We have created this. We've selected for it. So wolves don't bark like dogs do.
Yeah.
We have created this. We like that. Guard dogs. Barking is attention-getting behavior, right? It's attention-getting. And you can have alert barking. Look, there's somebody here. You can have alarm barking. Or you can have request, so I can get your attention, so I can ask for something. So one thing that I like to say when a dog barks is, you said something very interesting. You said that it stops after a little conversation.
Yeah, I have a little conversation. I say, I actually talk to him. I say, Dryfus, be reasonable. You know she's coming back.
So you've acknowledged when you said that, and I am a big believer in actually communicating, talking to them, you know, not kind of ignoring. So when the dog barks, saying, Dryfus, I know she left, she'll be back.
That's exactly what I say.
But let him have 1 or 2 barks and then say it.
Yeah, right, okay.
And then when he's quiet, good quiet, Dryfus.
Oh, you got to tell him why he's good.
And so what people will say to me often, because barking, I get a lot of barking, especially in New York, you can imagine. New York City, apartments, barking, big deal, you know?
Yeah, incessant.
Oh, they worry about the neighbors. So one thing with the barking is when he stops doing it, then you good quiet, good no barking, whatever it is you want to say. And people will say, but aren't I rewarding him for the barking? No, you're rewarding him because he stopped
stopped barking.
It. Right, exactly. The thing that people don't understand, cat or dog, they don't get the lecture. They don't, like, you know, they stop doing the thing. Now you're supposed to reward them. You can't explain to him why it was bad that he was barking. Yeah. Because he stopped. It's not, they didn't go to school, they didn't get the language. So, you know, he doesn't get the lecture.
He didn't even get a high school diploma, this one.
Not even kindergarten.
Got nothing. Self-taught.
But see, that's the thing. They're so smart that way, because a lot of the studies that we do, what are we doing? We're talking about, does he understand what we're saying?
He knows we're talking about him.
Does he got the words, he got the command, he knows how to do this, he knows how to do that. So he's got us, you know, he pretty much does have us down. So he will stop doing the barking, and then you talk to him. Yeah. And so then, is it over then, or?
Pretty much, but he'll sit by the door, and he'll sit there, just like he's sitting now. He'll sit just like that at the door, and not move just like that. I mean, not even lay down.
Okay. So this, again, is natural in a way that he is attached and loves his person and wants her to come back. And a lot of the times you'll see that you can go to a doggy daycare, any one of the doggy daycares, and there's going to be a number of dogs that are going to be on the perimeter. Waiting for mom or dad to come back. Yeah. They'd rather be home. Some of them. Yeah. Waiting for mom with all the smells that
Even though it could be like a 3-week vacation, they'd rather be home.
Some of them, yeah, and then have them walked a couple of times. So when you say separation anxiety, to me, as a behaviorist, I'm thinking, is he taking the couch apart? Is he ripping is he taking the curtains down? Is he nonstop barking? Mm-hmm. So this might be actual normal behavior for a dog that wants to be reunited with his person and has a very strong bond, and that's normal. That's typical that they would. I am sure that if you brought Lillian somewhere mm-hmm. and you left, mm-hmm. you would see similar behavior.
Yeah, I've been told how she behaves. She'll basically sit and she'll look and she'll watch me go, I'm told, mm-hmm. for as long as she can see it. And for a while she'll go to the door and she'll hang out by the door, but then she acclimates. But she's a different breed, right. and also a breed that's bred for a specific purpose.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, I can't take credit for her good behavior, but when you talk about separation anxiety, I have seen it.
Yeah.
In another dog, it was Buster and Pogo. Oh my God. And I was like in charge of taking care of the, and I'll tell you 2 incidents. Big dogs, about the same size of these two. And Buster pulled down the blinds off the window.
See, this is when
he pulled them down.
You're talking
and scratched at the window like this.
This extreme state.
It was really
a panic. It's a panic.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. And sometimes what can happen is it takes different forms where it can subside. Mm-hmm. And then, so we're on the level, are we charting it with what's going on, with what's happening with them? Some of them get extremely sick. They can get sick to the stomach. Mm-hmm. And there are things to do with that. You know, there's a school of thought that says, don't let the dog see a leak, kind of sneak out the back. Mm-hmm. And you get better results if you tell the dog you're going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so for Buster and Pogo, instead of like just, I'll see you later, Buster, maybe even find something that the dog gets only when you leave. Mm-hmm. If you're doing like some kind of food stuff toy, you can feed the diet at that time, a frozen treat. Classical music is really great.
This is good. You'll have to come back.
Okay, so
I want you to definitely come back and visit with us, because I love talking about animals. Maybe next time we'll have like a cat. I mean, Lillian likes cats, so you wouldn't have to worry about it, but I'd like to talk to you about the relationship between cats and dogs.
And we could even do maybe a little bit of, you know, just training things or showing how to deal, even like what I'm doing right now with Dryfus, petting the chest of a dog, especially if you have an excitable dog.
Yeah.
This is going to be more soothing.
They like
this is more arousing.
Yeah.
So we tend to do this, and this actually is going to bring up the energy, and that's actually going to bring it down.
Yeah, Lillian, I pet her chest. She enjoys that.
It's a very soothing thing to do.
Yeah. So anyway, we're good. I see that the natives are getting restless here. Lillian's about to do her little dance. Oh, you're not? You gonna wiggle? Yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up, and I thank you so much for coming. Thanks for bringing Dryfus Ann, and thank you for all the great information. Please go to animalsbehaving.com. That's Frania's website, and she has a book coming out, Cats and Dogs.
Cats and Dogs, and that's the mock-up of the cover, so it may be tweaked a little bit, but look for that.
Yeah, look for that, and you'll come back and talk about that with us as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toni.
I appreciate, and thank you again. I'll thank the audience. Please come back again to the next show. There'll be another interesting one really soon. And be well and be nice to your pets, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.